All right, we're jumping into this game. It looks like midway through, I didn't see anybody else streaming it. So we've got Germany versus Netherlands, Lion versus Lion matchup here. So I'm going to throw this in the Discord that we're streaming. All right. And we'll see here. All right, so we've got Lion versus Lion. Let's pull up their decks so I can see what they are at least. I'm not even looking at the game yet because I'm trying to catch up. All right, so let's take a look at this game here. All right, looks like we're on turn 2. No province is broken. We do see that a dishonorable assault was attacked into at some point. Go Yama, huh? All right. So we see a military void attack into upholding authority with the Lion Spread Brawler and the Kitsunotso from Yama. And we'll see if Ninschi decides to defend. All right. So we see no defense come down. And we see Sharpen the Mind get played on Mozo, and a Sharpen the Mind get played on Zentaro. And I'm unable to pull up one of these decks. It wouldn't let me pull it up. So I'm not sure what they are on. Oh yeah, because it's wanting 5 rings DB and it wouldn't let me view it. Oh, it wants me to sign in. Do I remember what my login is for that? I don't know. It's probably something like that. Nope. There we go. All right. So yeah, it looks like we've got a red lion versus a tower lion. So unicorn, keeper of earth versus scorpion, keeper of air. All right. We do see a backhanded compliment get played. And so honor totals are 16 and 11 right now. So not sure how well those backhanded compliments will do at dishonoring. So just using them now for some card draw, it looks like. Oh, look, they did use it on their opponent, though. Um, So we see a second Sharpen the Mind get played down on Matzo. All these cards getting played because of Upholding Authority. Yeah, even out cards for Matzo as well to Harpoon um, for that backhanded compliment. Yeah, but I mean, the other line's going to keep on playing cards because they don't want to lose to Upholding Authority. So I think at some point the Harpoon is just going to happen. We do see Assassination on the Prodigy. So we see 8 honor to 16 now. There we go. And looks like viewers are starting to trickle in. So, but who is everybody rooting for in this particular matchup? I'm personally rooting for Lion. Yeah, spending cards on a one fate body. However, Called to War is a card in Lion and can keep putting fate on that body. And Lion is taking the Void Ring off the table right now. Yeah, I think Lion win here is very good for everybody. Oh yeah, Forged Edict is a card in the Red Lion deck. Yeah, they're running 2 Forged Edict, 3 Calling in Favors, and 3 Backhandeds is the splash for Red Lion. Alright, so we see Calling in Favors to take the Tactical Ingenuity to Zentaro. So proud of this deck. Did you help design it? Akoto Hato who did, but you've been with him for a while. Played it in the final at the Irish Cote. Alright, so Zentaro does get pulled in and then pulls an in service to my lord with that Tactical Ingenuity. Alright, so let's see here. So Lion's Pride Brawler bows the Goblin Sneak. We're seeing currently 10 to 5 right now. Alright, so Upholding Authority breaks, and we see 2 copies of Defend Your Honor discarded for it. And so Tower Lion, 3 cards left in hand. Red Lion, 8 cards left in hand. So we can definitely start seeing a switch to bid 1 to start draining honor. But draining 16 honor is quite a way to go. And we do see the fate taken off of the only courtier on red lion side. And we see a covert water attack, it looks like, into City of the Rich Frog. Yeah, he can play Conquest now. Yeah. All right. No defense, because the only ready character was coverted. We'll see what political buffs Red Lion has in store. Oh, we see an Ageless Crone come down, which is going to be just enough to break that city. So we see Zintaro get honored due to what is this card? Aikihata? I'm not sure how to say that. Effect, and then we see the water ring used to ready Zintaro. The main event. So we see Storehouse used to draw a card. And we're seeing a political fire attack here, it looks like, from this prodigy. Oh, does he? Ikehata? Thanks, Tomoya. Tomoya? Yep. All right. I should, order in some lunch, because it's definitely lunchtime for me. So I will probably be eating after this game. Ikehata? So we see an attack into dishonorable assault, discards in service to my lord to dishonor the prodigy. And we see a fire ring used to honor Mozo. So we're seeing military air ring. Both air and earth are pretty good for this Red Lion player. Air takes an extra honor away. Earth takes an extra card away. Does he have a keeper? Good question. No keepers. And no keepers on the other side. So no keepers either way if either of these rings had been chosen. Um, Yep, Forge does not play anything, but we then do see a favored mount come down on Mozo. So Mozo's going to move in and then ready with Fan of Command. We see calling in favors to steal the favored mount. That'll prevent Mozo from coming in. But dishonored Zentaro. And we see tactical continuity get played and then used for Way of the Lion. And we see a break on Forge. So red line going up on breaks at the end of this turn 2. Needs to be careful about Blade of 10k battles. Yeah. All right, so let's see here what we get in our flops. So we see a battle aspirant on both sides, and two Lion's Pride Brawlers on our red lion, and an Agatoki and a Berserker on our tower lion, as well as a holding for both. Yeah, he did see the Blade of 10K battles. All right. So we see a Lion Spread Brawler bot with 2 and a Berserker bot with 1. And we see bids here of a 3 to 5. All right, so our red lion bids 5, our tower lion bids 3. So yeah, looks like red lion definitely focused on conquest at this point. No point in trying for dishonor. Way too much honor on the lion side. On the tower side, I should specify. They're both lion. Red line with a slight hint of purple, thanks to calling in favors for sure. Yeah, that favored mount is going to be good for them. Um, Political water, we're thinking, but we're seeing instead military earth. It looks like. All right, into shameful display. And so we've got the Lion Spread Brawler likely getting dishonored here with this shameful, and the Berserker getting honored with it. Just bow out the whole enemy board. Yeah, that would be ideal, right? So we see Storehouse used as first action, so that gets the enemy Lion Sprite Brawler bowed. Or opponent as opposed to enemy. All right, so we see Melto bring in the Goblin Sneak, and Zentaro uses Tactical Ingenuity and grabs a Bonsai. Still no trigger of Shameful Display yet. Taking the mount's a toss up normally. Other mounts and even the odds make taking Fan of the Command the better play. Yeah, taking Fan of the Command is good. Let's see here. Do they have even the odds? They're not running even the odds. Um, so it looks like they're running one Barcha and 3 favored mounts for movement. And then 3 favorable grounds. All right. So Red Lion grabs a Forged Edict in their hand. Um, so I think you definitely dishonor this LPV right now. So there's no valid courtiers to dishonor for the Forged Edict. All right, favorable ground moves Zentaro home. So and now Tower Lion is winning this and will get the Prodigy bowed with the Stronghold here. So let's see, does Tower Lion, what conflict characters do they run? Just 2 Shuffle Goblins. So might not have any characters for In Service to My Lord. We do see a Shuffle Goblin come down, though, with 1 Fate on it, so probably an In Service to My Lord. And then use it next to reshuffle. Oh, maybe not. Or just doing a military water poke first to see if they even need to use the in-service. All right, let's see. we know if there are any other games going on today? Well, there's a bit of a lull in this one. We do see a defense, though. All right. All right, we see the whole board bowed by both sides. Looking like our conflicts are just going to get passed through. All right. So we see flipped a Samurai of Integrity, a Keeper Initiate, favorable ground, and a Spirit Collar for our tower. And we see uh, Omadaisu, Pride's Brawler, and Keeper Initiate, and Ikehata for Red Lion. And so we see Samurai of Integrity and Spirit Collar each bought with 2 from our tower. And we see Alliance Pride Brawler bought with 2. And Ikehata bought with 2 from Red Lion. Both players down to about half their clocks. So time still doing well in this game. All right, and we see a 5 to 4 bid here. So looks like Tower realizing doesn't need to bid low, not going for Tisana from the Red Lion, and increases their bid back up to 5. We get those cards. All right, we see a Finger of Jade come on Mozo here. All right, looks like our tower's going with a void attack here. That's what they're thinking. Focus on one break should be good enough here to seal the deal for Germany. Throw the first conflict with one brawler on water and then go for the mill break. All right, so we're seeing military void at dishonorable assault from the tower with Mozo and the scavenger. All right, so dishonorable assault discards backhanded compliment to dishonor Mozo, and Finger of Jade's used to stop that. All right, Mozo pulls in Ikehata. All right, Spirit Color brings in Alliance Pride Brawler. We'll see probably used to bow one of the opponent's Alliance Pride Brawlers. All right, so we see for Shane to bow Alliance Pride Brawler. And we see Lions Pride Brawler bow Lions Pride Brawler, but we see the Ready for Battle in hand to stop that bow. All right, we see Cult to War, which we're going to see a Forged Edict to cancel. Red Lion making sure this Mozo goes away at the end of this round if possible. We see Defend Your Honor to prevent the Forged Edict. Good sequencing for Yama. You would have liked it if he had tried to deny the air ring, thus the keeper for in service to my lord. But Call to War makes it clear why he didn't. Yeah. And we see a Blade of 10,000 Battles come down on this Mozo. So that's going to grab back a card. That is the 10k battles that was talked about earlier. They knew it was there. All three Defend Your Honors have been played, though. So if there's a Calling in Favors in hand, one of those line spread brawlers could take that. So we'll see. Is there the last Calling in Favors to take, or is there only two Calling in Favors? Oh, Calling in Favors would discard it though. Still, because it's take control and attach, otherwise discard. But discard is still good. Um, so the question is, does the third calling come to discard it? And nope. So grabs back a Defend Your Honor with it. And Dishonorable Assault breaks. Yeah. All three Cult to Wars are now back in the deck, so he can't recur them with the Blade anymore. So now he has to rely on drawing them. All right, so we're seeing political with these two Lion Sprite Brawlers, Air at Manicured Gardens. Which means Revels is on box. Yeah, if only there was a card just to dig 4 cards into your conflict for events. I mean, he's got to find that too, though, if he doesn't have it already. Because that was already, one of those was already stolen by Red Lion here. Let's move this. That started bothering me. I don't know why. All right, so we see Lion Sprite Brawler bows the Samurai of bows the Samurai of Integrity, and in service to my lord, bows the Berserker for Mozo. All right. Yep, prepare for war, and then Defend Your Honor gets used. And Manicured now gains a fate for Tower. Alright, we see Zentaro come into the conflict now. We see Talisman come down on Motso, so probably going to move us to Shameful. Alright, so we see Tactical Ingenuity grab Way of the Lion. And Talisman does move us over to Shameful. Alright, and we see For Shame grabbed with the second Tactical Ingenuity, and then Shameful Display used to dishonor Lion's Pride Brawler. Alright, Court Games dishonors Motso. And For Shame to bow, which Fan of Command readies. It does feel like a bit of an overcommit. I wonder if he's thinking this is military by playing that Way of the Lion? Or is he just trying to get up to bow this Motso? I guess that's probably what it is. Let's see. Motso's currently at 7, 8. Motso's at 8. Oh, 11. Oh, yeah, Sharpen the Mind. Brings him up to 11 versus 6 on this line for Pride's Valor. Yeah, so Motso just went to 11 with that Sharpen the Mind discard. And there's the second Way of the Lion. So, yeah. Yeah, it literally changed to 11 as I was saying it. Yeah, and it is now 12 to 11 with that Lion's Pride Brawler. But we see another Sharpen the Mind to bring Moto up to 14. So let's see. And the third Way of the Lion. Yeah, all these military cards could have just been used to win a military conflict. Yeah, so that is all three Way of the Lions now. Second fan comes down. calling in favors to grab that fan. And there is just enough political skill to break this shameful display. And that will be the third break on the tower. All of Redline's characters are currently dishonored. But we see Keeper Initiate come into play. So it is Rebels on the box. So Zentaro's going to get bowed for attacking in here. Scorpion spies, of course, are dishonored. It's two ready for battles normally. We've already seen one. So, yep, they do have the second one. So we just need one military pump here. And I don't believe Sharpen the Mind was used on Zentaro this round. So we will see that for the +3, which is enough to break. And that is game. So Ninschi pulls out the win over Yama. So that is a win for Germany. So yeah, that was an interesting game. Well played by both sides. So that is probably the most interesting Lion Mirror game I've watched since coming back. It was definitely well played by both players, though. So that was good. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out with me as we watch these games. And I terribly describe what's going on because I don't know anything about the game anymore. But it's definitely been fun. If there are any more games going on later today, I will cast if no one else is. But I think most everybody is casting, or other games are being cast right now. It looks like we've got a game going on, started a few minutes ago. So I'm going to send you over there so that you can all watch that game. So let's go ahead and raid Shrooman. Is that how he says it? Let's see here. Oh, Shane Ruman. How is that not being found? Maybe they don't allow raids. That could be why I can't raid them. But there is another game going on. Let me try it again, see if it will let me find them. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go ahead and raid them, send you all over there to watch that game. Canada versus Switzerland, Johnny on Crab versus Pablo on Dragon. So go ahead and have fun watching that game. And I'll probably join you guys watching it soon, too.